Hi everyone, I'm Raghu, UIUX designer. So this week and this video is all about the interview preparations, which is very actively going on throughout the market of UIUX. So few of my folks which I know and few of my subscribers and many of them asked me to give some tips about leading MNC's interview preparations. So I thought of taking one of the leading MNCs which is very actively looking for UIUX designers for the past 4 to 6 months. So the company name is Microsoft. So this video is all about, we're gonna see how I've been interviewed for Microsoft, and I had a chance to interact with few of the HRs who is there in Microsoft. So I will tell what all the questions they will be asking and what is their requirements and how you should prepare for the interview and where you should apply. Without taking a lot of time in this video, let's dive deep into the interview preparations and the interview questions for Microsoft. So the main part of giving interview to Microsoft is applying for the job, right? So how are you going to apply jobs in Microsoft? My sincere advice for all the designers out here is create an account in LinkedIn and keep an habit of checking the jobs in LinkedIn in a regular phase of intervals. It's very organic over there, the jobs post, and you will be very much known about what is happening in the industry and the JDs you can refer to. So it's not about like Naukri or Monster or some other websites you need to refer. It's not like that. Go to LinkedIn and try to follow the jobs and just be aware of what is happening in the market. So if you are a UI UX designer, I highly recommend create an account in LinkedIn right now. It's not about promotion, it's the way where you can find the jobs. Okay, coming back to the Microsoft, if you go to the LinkedIn under the job section or in the Microsoft profile, if you go and find the jobs, or else if you go to the Microsoft website, you can apply for jobs as well. You thought of you need to join only in Microsoft, or you have an aim to join Microsoft, connect with a lot of UX designers like HRs in LinkedIn and have a rapport with them. Lots of the UX designers who work in a particular market or particular firm, they have an habit of posting their job recommendation in LinkedIn. Like that way, you can get the job notification in Microsoft. So this is the way how you can find the jobs. Okay, now the first thing, once your profile got notified by one of the HR, if your profile looks very interesting, your resume looks very appealing, the process will be, first thing is you will be getting a call from Microsoft. They will be asking you what is the date where we can schedule the interview. Once they schedule the date, they will be asking a complete day where you might be having 3 rounds. I had 3 rounds. Mostly they will be asking for a day because most of the HR what I interacted, they all said they need a day, complete day to take all those 3 interviews. They will be figuring out and you will be sorted out most of the process in those 3 steps. This is a regular generic process which has been followed in Microsoft. The 3 rounds I said, right? The 3 rounds is all about technical. The first round is about tell me about yourself and what is your technical skills you have, and you will be having a panel of 2 or 1. They will be asking you what all skills you've been worked on and what are the softwares you've been knowing, like Figma or Adobe XD, in which words you will be, and there will be a lot of creative questions will be there in round 1. And also they will be asking what are the projects you've been worked. Round 2 interview, if you clear round 1, round 2 they will schedule immediately the round 2. The round 2 will be like more about the projects what you've been worked on. So for example, if you have 4 projects in your Behance or any other website, or if you have your own website, that's well and good, you can show your Behance as well. So they will be asking you to explain that one project in which it covers from UX process, complete UI process. So you need to cover from the top to the end, where the most of your 80% or 90% work has been there in the project. Try to explain those projects which really works for them. So this will be mostly in the second round of interview. At the end of round 2, you will be given a task in which it's like they will be giving you for a task for which can be done in 2 hours or like 3 hours maximum. They will ask you to sketch it roughly, like the UX process you will be following, like a working example they will give, and that has to be enhanced by you. Okay, this is the key part of the interview where you will be judged for sure with the project what they are giving it. So make sure you are doing the right process and trying to approach in the right way as you've been said in the interview. They will be asking you have said something and you have followed some other process. They might raise a question like that. Make sure you're following the same steps of the UX process. So The round 2 is done. Now let's go to the round 3. Round 3 will be happening on the same day with the project what you have done. So you have to explain them about the process you've been, the research you have done, why you have chosen this, why you have not chosen this, what your research tells. From there, what is your identification and what is your recommendation and how you are done in the wireframes. Wireframes and prototype, it's not that you need to do a complete set. You just need to sketch a single rough wireframes, or even the interviews say it's not up to the point that high-end prototype has to be developed. It might be small wireframes or hand sketched wireframes is also recommended. They will be asking like that also. So prepared for that. So once you start explaining the project, multiple and n number of questions they will be shooting out from the presentation what you're doing. So keep in your mind that whatever you're going to say, the question will rise from there. In that way, in what all areas you are strong, try to address those points and tell the research in that way, the UX research I mean. These are the areas where the HR seriously decide whether you are fit for the company or not. This is where the 3 interviews and 3 process will be followed a complete day. From there, if you cleared 1, 2 and 3rd round, if you clear first, you will go to 2nd. If you clear 2, you will go to 3rd. If you clear the 3rd round, it's like 60 or 70% of the interview is almost done. The final part of the interview will be like scheduled on the next day. You will be maximum having 2 more rounds or a single round with the HR talking about your CTC part and also the location, whatever you want, and what is the project domain you're going to work. And throughout the interview process, keep something in your mind that you should not be stay blank, or you should not stay in a very subtle way. Just ask them about the project you've been interviewing and also the project what and why you've been interviewed. So these are the things you should be very much clear to know before stepping into the project. Most of the companies will take as a UX designer or UI UX designer, but end of the day the designer will be doing the development job. So you should be very clear on the JD of which position you are taking on, whether it is UI UX designer or developer. Most of the companies now are taking as a combination of UI developer and designer, but if you're looking for a designer, just go for the JD which has only design elements and the skills what you have, and it should be present in the JD also. Make sure that you are presenting on the same way. So this is the few key points which you should be very aware about while presenting the Microsoft interview. If you cross 3rd round, it depends whether if your experience is more than 8 years, the rounds might be less, or if it is you are a fresher, or if you're looking for a domain change, the regulations of the interview might be after 3 rounds, it will be like another 1 round or 2 round only. It purely depends upon the financial part and the negotiations what all you have. So get prepared for the Microsoft. So this is the routine questions what they have, and I don't guess there won't be much difficult in this interview process for the UX. If you're clear with the UX design and the process, you will sure wrap it up and you will place into a good company. So train all these 3 rounds and prepare yourself. These are the questions will be hitting you, and if you want to know UX questions from top to 10, confidently you can follow those 10 numbers of questions what I have shared in the previous video. I hope this video will help you to find interview for the Microsoft, and Microsoft is a very good company and it's a big name. So all the best if you're looking for Microsoft. If you have any personal doubts like the process or like how you need to enhance yourselves for the interview presentations or something like that, I'm always available in LinkedIn. You can contact me and I will advise you what all ways you need to present. So I hope and I wish this video really helps for you. If you find anyone those are very much interested towards design, or if they're looking for a design oriented career, you can share my videos and you can share my channel to them. They will be getting lots and lots of creative ideas which I'm going to share all over there. If you have any doubts or any questions regarding the interview or like the UX or UI process or something like that which is related to creativity, you drop me as a comment in the video. I try to address each and every comment which I do regularly. So I hope this video really works for you. Just hit the like button if you really liked it, share it to your friends, and spread love. See you there in the next video super soon.